Pick almost any famous American company: Apple, Disney, Coca-Cola, JPMorgan. Now ask a simple question: who is its single biggest owner? For about 88% of the companies in the S&P 500, the answer is the same: one of just 3 firms. Most people have never heard their full story, and almost no one chose them on purpose. This is how 3 companies quietly became the largest owners of corporate America. They are called the Big Three: BlackRock, the largest money manager on the planet; Vanguard, the firm that turned the index fund into a household product; and State Street, which built the very first American exchange-traded fund. 3 companies, mostly known for boring, low-cost investment products. And together, they have become the most powerful shareholders in the world. Start with the sheer size. Between them, these 3 firms manage around $31.7 trillion. That is not their revenue or their profit. That is the pile of other people's money they invest and control. Pension savings, 401k accounts, company reserves. It nearly all flows to the same 3 doors. It is a number so large it is almost impossible to picture. So let's compare it to something. The entire United States economy, every car, every coffee, every paycheck, in a whole year, comes to about $30.7 trillion. The Big Three manage more than that. 3 companies, sitting on a few floors of office space, steer a pool of money larger than the output of the world's biggest economy. Line them up, and BlackRock leads with around $14 trillion under management. Vanguard follows with roughly 12. State Street holds close to 6. Any one of them would be a giant. Together, they are something the world has never really seen before, a concentration of ownership on a scale that is genuinely new. Here's the strange part. They did not set out to take over corporate America. They got here by accident, through the most boring idea in finance: the index fund. Instead of trying to pick winning stocks, an index fund just buys a tiny slice of every company in the market. No stock picking, no genius bets, just automatic ownership of everything at rock-bottom cost. And that boring idea ate the market. In 1996, these passive funds held about 6% of America's stock fund money. By 2024, that figure had climbed to roughly 57%. In one generation, just buy everything went from a fringe idea to the way most people invest. Why did it win so completely? Because the alternative mostly failed. In 2024, around 57% of professional active fund managers, the experts paid to beat the market, lost to a simple S&P 500 index. If the pros cannot beat the market, why pay them to try? Millions of investors quietly agreed. So the money moved, and it moved fast. Index funds charge a tiny fraction of what active managers cost. They are simple. You just match the market instead of trying to outsmart it. And in 2024, for the first time, passive funds overtook active ones for good. The cheap, automatic option had won. And the firm at the front kept compounding. In 1995, BlackRock managed about $69 billion. Today, it manages around $14 trillion. That is a 200-fold increase in 3 decades. Every dollar that flows into an index fund buys a little more of every company, and a little more quiet power for the firm that holds it. Look at exchange-traded funds, the wrapper most index money comes in. BlackRock's iShares, Vanguard, and State Street's SPDR together control roughly 78% of all the money in US ETFs. 3 brands, 3/4 of the market. Everyone else is fighting over the scraps that are left. And here is the twist that makes this personal. If you have a 401k, a pension, or almost any retirement account, you are probably already inside one of these funds. Most American retirement money runs straight through them. You may own a sliver of Apple, Amazon, and Exxon right now, held quietly on your behalf by one of the Big Three. Now back to that opening number, because it is the heart of the story. In about 88 of every 100 companies in the S&P 500, a Big Three firm is the single largest shareholder. Not a big owner, the biggest. The same 3 names sitting at the top of the ownership list almost everywhere you look. Pull up the owners of the companies you use every day. Apple, Vanguard, and BlackRock are among its largest shareholders. Microsoft? The same too, near the very top. Coca-Cola, JPMorgan, ExxonMobil. Again and again, the same names appear. It is not a coincidence. It is what happens when three funds own a piece of everything. And their slice keeps growing. 2 decades ago, the big three together owned around 6% of the S&P 500. Today, it is closer to 22%. Their combined stake has nearly quadrupled in a single generation, and every dollar of new index money pushes it a little higher. Slowly, automatically, the index machine concentrates ownership a bit more with every paycheck. Ownership is not just a number on a page. It comes with votes. When a company holds its annual meeting, on who runs it, how bosses are paid, what the company stands for, the big three cast about 25% of all the votes, on average. A quarter of the say, across corporate America, in 3 sets of hands. And the trend points up. Researchers at Harvard estimate that, if things keep going as they are, the big three could one day cast as much as 40% of the votes at S&P 500 companies. 40% is not control on paper, but in practice, it is often more than enough to decide the outcome. Now, an important caution. This is not a secret plot to rule the world. It is plumbing. The real owners, at the very bottom, are ordinary savers. You, your parents, your coworkers. The big three are mostly just the pipe the money flows through, and they rarely run these companies day to day. The concern is not conspiracy. It is concentration, and concentration on this scale is still something worth understanding. But even the man who built this world saw the danger. Jack Bogle founded Vanguard and invented the index fund for everyday people. Near the end of his life, he issued a warning about the very thing he had created, that a tiny handful of giant investors might one day hold voting control over almost every major company in America. And that leaves real questions, with no easy answers. When 3 firms vote for millions of savers, whose voice is that, really? What does competition mean when the same owners hold rival companies at once? And who holds that much influence accountable when no single person actually owns it? These are not accusations. They are the open questions of a new kind of ownership. So remember the number we started with, 88%. In nearly 9 out of 10 of America's biggest companies, the largest owner is one of the same 3 firms. It happened quietly, through the most ordinary financial product ever invented, and it has reshaped who owns corporate America. 3 firms, tens of trillions of dollars. The largest owner of almost every company you can name. It was not a takeover. It was the slow, accidental result of millions of us choosing the cheap, sensible way to invest. The quiet owners of almost everything turn out to be a mirror of us. This was a story about ownership and structure, not investment advice. If it changed how you see the market, subscribe. A new data story every day.